Taylor, and behind me we have a 2022 Antero Bamaga, which is a part of our hail sale right now. So you can either take it as is or we can fix it up for you, completely up to you. But if you have any more questions, comments, concerns regarding that, just go ahead and give me a call. All my information will be below and I will say it right after this video. So let's go ahead and check it out. Alrighty. Sliding over here, we have the upgraded wheels and tires. They are the Rhino black rims. With the all-terrain TA KO2 tires, so perfect for mud, sand, snow, any of that good stuff to completely get you off-road. And then I did put our little, they're magnet kind of shades, which can go all the way around the coach for all of the windows. I love how these are fully insulated, so it is perfect for the cold weather and cold weather and also the hot weather. But I do really like how they're magnetic, just because they're super easy to pop on there. You don't have to worry about fighting with a zipper or even fighting with one of those automatic built-in shades that kind of get caught in there. And they're easy to fold up and store inside of the van as well. And I do have our beautiful awning out. As you can see, it does kind of shade our coach a little bit since the sun is directly across from me right now. It's just to kind of keep that van nice and cool. And then I did turn on the LED lighting. I'm not sure if you can see it, but we do have a nice little LED lighting strip right inside of it. And of course, it does have that wind sensor inside. So if it does get a big gust of wind while you're out hiking or bike riding, it will automatically pull that awning right back inside. Here's another thing I wanted to point out to you guys. It's our little bug shade here. It does automatically roll up so you could store it away and clip it, but you do have two zippers on either side, and then you do have a magnet, so you can easily get in and out of the coach without having to fight with the zipper yet again. It just makes it a lot more convenient. Snaps back in. We don't have any gap here to make sure no bugs get in. And then you also do have another little step directly above that just to kind of catch it from any wind. And of course, I mean, if you're like me, you definitely don't want any bugs inside. So I really like that. I'm gonna close this door really quick just so I can show you guys the exterior solar ports. So we do have solar up top. We have 3 panels, 90 watt each. And then an additional solar port here, just in case you want to have a little bit more boondocking capabilities or just have some extra charge while you guys are out and about. Super, you can either purchase from us here at Transwest or even on Amazon, or you can probably find them in a lot of other places too, but that's where I know you can get them. Now sliding over here to the rear of the coach, I'll go ahead and open up the doors. Alrighty, now that we're nice and open, we do have our custom roof rack up on top too with the light bar, which we do have a light bar in the front as well. And then I honestly skipped the one that is on our patio, but you do have a nice little patio light bar over there as well. Our backup camera. And then the same exact concept that I kind of just demonstrated from the other door over there. It's another bug screen there, but this one does have the blackout capability. So when your beds are nice and down, you don't have to worry about magneting up some of the little insulated covers over here. You can just zip this down and it does have a blackout, or you can unzip it and to kind of still get some nice cool breeze inside of the coach. Before I jump in here to kind of show you a little bit more of the storage, just because it's a little easier from the outside, I did want to just show you guys this over here. So you do have a nice outdoor shower, which will be the only shower in this coach, but you do have on-demand hot water. And then you have your air compressor right here, where you can connect. It is stored directly behind this panel here. And then here is, you also have a little hose, so you can kind of hose off any of your garage items, so you don't have to worry about getting your van dirty as well. And then you have your underbed light, your water pump here, your rear screen lights, and then the ARB for that air compressor to go ahead and turn on. Alrighty, now I'll go ahead and jump up here just to kind of show you guys. This is where our lithium-ion batteries are. So you can see we have a total of 4. And then we have our 3,000 watt inverter right here. So bigger, beefier inverter to give you longer lasting battery charge while you're out and about. All of our breakers and fuses are going to be over here. So the breaker is up top, and then our fuses are down below. I'm not going to mess with that because it comes all the way off and then I got to snap it back on, but they are right here. And then these, not any storage, it just kind of gives you an access point for when you do have the bed down. If anything drops behind it, just makes it a little easier for you. But I did just want to point out before you get too excited thinking they are cupboards, they're not. Exactly the same thing on the other side. And then I guess I should move this. This is our little porta potty here. But I'll just demonstrate right now to get that out of the way. So you do have a little cushion that you can take off because you can dual as a seat. So when this side of the bed is down, we can kind of use it as a table, and then you do have like a nice little spot to sit. But underneath here, you have your nice little porta potty. And it does have a little flushing mechanism because it has a 2.5 gallon tank down below. I call it a nice little emergency toilet, but many of you guys are pretty familiar with that. They're on boats and in other vans as well. So if you're in a pinch, you have something here. If not, you can completely take it out, or you can nail it down in here on our smart floor. You just lift up all of these little plastic seals here. And you can put new chairs in here that do have the 3-point seat belt, tie downs. There's a bunch of accessories, again, on Amazon. And Amazon just my go-to. But you guys might be familiar with the smart floor and all the different accessories they have. If not, just go ahead and check it out on Amazon. And then I was originally moving this little porta potty so I could show you just the plumbing back here. Not a lot of storage, but this is where your valves are for the hot water and the cold water. And you do have a little bit of storage just directly underneath there. And then some storage right here. You have the dog bone, and then some more stuff for that air compressor. Just a few little supplies. Alrighty, now I'll go ahead and finish up the outside for you guys. So you do have a nice little exterior step here that is slip resistant, and then you have your 7-point pin connector on the other side here for a tow vehicle because you can tow up to 5,000 pounds. All right, now I'll close this up. Alrighty, now on the driver's side of the coach, we have our exterior ladder here, which is a 250-pound capacity here. And then you do have your water fill. So you have 20 gallons of fresh water and 21 gallons of gray. No black tank, as you guys can probably guess, as we just described our little porta potty. So it's kind of nice to not have to worry about any of the black tank dumping, sanitizing, you know, all the goodness that comes with having a black tank. Down below here is where our drain is for that gray water. So you have the nice little valve here, and then you could still connect that slinky right here, but this is probably going to be the lowest point of clearance. Right here is just your gray tank dump. So keep in mind, I mean, an easy, I would say 7-8 inches right there. Here is your 30 amp shore power cord. So you just connect right here, get it fully charged. If not, you do have a second alternator in there, so it will charge your batteries as you're going down the road. Typically 30 to 45 minutes of highway, it will get your batteries completely filled before you get to your destination. Here is our driver's side. So we have manual, lumbar, and retracts, all three of them right here. Well, this is lumbar, I'm sorry. Electric lumbar, and then you have some more where it just kind of lifts up the legs a little bit or lifts them all the way down. And this is just to recline. The passenger seat is already swiveled, so we'll get into that once we get inside of the coach, but both of the chairs do have swiveling capabilities. And then right over here we have our diesel fuel fill, which is 25.5 gallons. Another thing that is going to use your fuel is going to be your heating. So we have a nice little heater inside here that takes directly from your diesel fill, but don't worry, I know you're thinking 25 gallons, it's not very much, and now my heater is going to be taking that too. With 1 gallon of diesel fuel, you can heat your coach for 24 hours. So, I mean, it's very minimal fuel, and especially if you just fill up right before you get to your destination, you should be pretty good. I believe the hood is already popped, but just to double check before I get over there. Alrighty, lovely latch here. Okay. Alrighty, so this is on the Mercedes Sprinter. It's 188 horsepower, turbo diesel. Very popular and familiar as far as for the RV world. A lot of things are on the Mercedes diesel Sprinter. So as you guys may know, everything's in with hands reach. We got our def fill right here. We got our oil fill and dipstick, coolant, and then our windshield wiper fluid will be directly across on the other side there. But all of the nice little things that you can fill yourself instead of having to take it into Mercedes, you can do. All right. Another thing I love about the Antero is the nice little carbon fiber hood. As you could say, as I said earlier in this video, it is a hail cell. This one does still have hail damage on it. I'm not sure how well you can kind of see. It's really hard to see because you have to get it specifically in the right lighting. I can see maybe a few dings on the hood, nothing else on top of the windshield, but the carbon fiber definitely takes away from that hail damage look per se. Alrighty. Now let's take a look on the inside. I am just gonna go ahead and unzip this to kind of display, just so it's easier for my cameraman to get in, so we're not kind of fighting with it. And then I can show you all the goodies that are within hand's reach from the outside of the coach. But super easy to roll up, and then you clip it in. Doesn't take too much headspace from the inside of the coach as well, but simple as that. Right over here, just a few things within hand's reach. As I was kind of mentioning, I was rolling that up from the outside of the coach, so if you're in a pinch or you need a fire extinguisher, it is right outside of the coach there. And then you have some charging, 2 USBs, and then 2 12 volts. And then we have our Carefree awning. Retract and extend. It does have an on and off switch, so you don't have to worry about any nonsense happening while you're going down the road. Our awning lights, passenger scene lights, and then our under bed lighting right there. This is a nice just little step up so you can gracefully get into the bed just because it is a little taller. So you have that there, or you can use it as a dog tie down. I don't know, you can get creative with it. Right over here is our carbon monoxide smoke detector. And then we have another one up here. This one is actually the carbon monoxide, but we have both of them. Now, as we enter the coach here, I just wanted to show, here are our little insulated covers here for our windows. So they're nice and fluffy, magnetic, easy to kind of fold too, just because they magnetic together, and they get not too fluffy either. And I kind of just store them up here, but you can kind of get creative with it. This is where they all are right now. So you have a nice big one here that unfolds just like a regular car one that you guys are pretty familiar with. And then we do have a battery merge. So it's just kind of like a battery boost. If your chassis battery is dead and you're in a pinch, you can just use that to kind of use your house batteries to jump your chassis and vice versa. And then here is just a switch to turn on that light bar. You do have some more storage directly above here. And then you have more lights over here, and then just to turn off. A few other modes that you could turn off, but I was trying to get here so you have your nice little sunglass holder. And then you have a SOS, don't push that. Already done that in a video and it's not so fun. Alrighty, so now that I kind of went over the things that I always forget once I get towards the end of the video, I'm gonna demonstrate the bed back here. So you have these little Velcro latches in the back, just so if you are going 4x4ing the latches, when it starts to shake a little bit, there is a tendency that it might unlatch. So you just have this as a little safety factor. You don't have to worry about the bed coming unlatched. So I'll get this side down first, just so you guys can see. You don't have to have both sides down. You can just use one side to kind of take a nap, or you can completely take this cushion off. It is nice and memory foam. It is pretty comfortable. So you can take the cushions off completely and use this as a chair, or bring in your own chairs. This can be used as a desk, an eating area, and you do have a nice little window too. So you're not just looking directly at a wall. Sorry, I'll show that again. And you do have the covers right up here, that magnet over there as well, but the windows do open just like a regular window. Shut that so I don't forget. Okay, now I'll go ahead and do the other side. It's already unlatched. So I do still have a little bit of room over here. But here is the nice bed, so you can easily fit 2 people laying across from each other. But pretty cool. And then we have little cubbies up here for some storage. Another window on that side as well. Now I'll go ahead and just fold this up. And then we have a nice little charging cubby over here with a nice reading light. So some charging, and then this kind of just sets different colors inside of the coach. So depending on your mood, you can change up the color. You have a nice little remote here, and this is for your nomadic cooling for your AC, which is directly above the bed. So it's in a great spot because I like having it in the rear of the coach right underneath the bed, just because you can run your chassis and kind of use it as a cooling factor too, to help maintain a cool temperature inside of the coach. And then also, if you lose the remote and you want to turn it on in the middle of the night, you can easily just push a button and turn it on. Alrighty, I don't think I forgot anything over here, so now we'll just jump back over here into the kitchen area. So we have one induction cooktop here. And then directly across from that, we have our beautiful cutting board, which covers the sink. All of the little supplies here are all still nice and bubble wrap, but this is just a nice little streamer to wash your goodies or just to put some dishes in. But you have a 10-inch deep sink here with a nice little guard so you don't bang up the sink in the inside. And then your actual sink faucet detaches so you can easily rinse out that sink. And then this little thing is magnetic, so you can put up magnets of photos, kind of stylize it just any way you'd like. And then directly above here is nice and stainless steel, so if you are cooking some bacon and it pops up, it's easy to nice and rinse. And then you have that beautiful light strip up above. Here is our fridge. And then we have our little ice box. And now I'll slide over just to show you some of the storage. This does remove, so you can take it completely out just to give yourself a little bit more storage. Or you can use this, and it does slide to kind of get it out of the way, whatever you need to grab there. And then this one just folds out, so nice little place to put sponge, soap, all the cleaning utensils inside of here. And then here, to store some pots and pans for your induction. And then another area with 2 shelves, which can be your nice little pantry. And now the heart of the coach here, we have our Xantrax for that 3000 watt inverter. Here is our master on and off, so the power disconnect per se. We have our lights on right now, and then press and hold to turn on that hot water heater, which we don't want to do right now. And then we have our batteries here. So right now I'm holding a 13.1 charge on my batteries. Fresh water tank is empty, no black, but it is actually gray, and the gray is empty as well. And then just another switch here to turn on that pump. Here's this beautiful heating system I was telling you about earlier. So the 1 gallon of fuel, actually 22 hours, so I was off by 2 hours, my apologies, but pretty much the same. You can set different durations of time. So when you want it to automatically turn on and how long you want to turn it on for. So a lot of vans are super popular for skiing during the winter. So I love this factor just because you know what time you're going to get back. You want to come back to a warm coach because you've been freezing the whole entire time. This is just something that you could set up and you don't have to worry. And lastly, we have a nice little Kenwood Bluetooth surround sound throughout the whole entire coach. So just another cool little thing that is added on to this coach to, I don't know, kind of get the party started in a way, or kind of just set the mood. So I like that. Alrighty, now we can go up in the front. Before I do that, I forgot to show you the last big spot of storage here, and of course the microwave. Sorry, the cardboard's still in there just to hold up that little glass tray, but you do have a nice little microwave, perfect for hot pockets and late night snacks. All right, I'll go ahead and just turn this on here so everything can light up. And while it's warming up, we do have 2 cup holders up here along with some great storage up front and some charging. There's one more over here. Sorry, I'll just scoot by really quick. And then we do have the heating and cooling up here as well that you can adjust. Alrighty, super simple for the Mercedes steering wheel. You can go to your home page and set all the settings, your cruise control, answer phones, so forth. Right over here on this screen, nothing too crazy. You got your phone, radio, media, settings, and apps. So pretty straightforward there. And then you also have buttons. So if something goes wrong with the touchscreen, you have a second option here to kind of control, well, actually a third option too because of your steering wheel. Directly below here, we have our hazards and then our heating and cooling systems here. So the temperature control and then the fans. 4 more cup holders. I love how there's different sizes too, just because, you know, when you get a little Celsius inside of your regular cup holder because you only have one and you have it open, it freaking spills everywhere and that drives me nuts in the morning. So we have our brake down here, which you just pull up. Super simple. And then this one does swivel as well, but I'm not going to be that comical this morning and try to swivel it for you because it is a little bit of a battle. But that wraps up pretty much everything for our 2022 Antero Bamaga. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, or interested in that hail sale, which is very phenomenal right now, then give me a call. My number is directly below, 970-388-7937. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Have a great day.